Hey horror fans, Mike J here, ready to take you on a roller coaster ride through the twisted and terrifying and downright hilarious. If you've ever watched a horror movie and found yourself laughing harder than screaming, this list is for you. We're diving into the top 10 horror movies that are so absurd they'll make you laugh until you cry, or possibly question your sanity. Let's jump into this weird and wonderful world. 10. Ice Cream Man, 1995. What's scarier than a demented killer? A demented killer with a soft serve machine. Ice Cream Man delivers the childhood trauma of hearing the ice cream truck jingle and realizing it's not sprinkles, but severed fingers in your sundae. Clint Howard plays the titular Ice Cream Man with a performance so intense, you'll wonder if he was paid in gallons of melted rocky road. It's a movie where the biggest chill doesn't come from the freezer, but from the sheer absurdity of the whole thing. Seriously, who knew a guy with a cone that could be this terrifyingly hilarious? 9. Santa's Sleigh, 2005. Santa Claus is coming to town, and he's got a list, but it's not the nice kind. Picture this: Bill Goldberg, yes, the wrestler, as a murderous Santa Claus who's had enough of the ho-ho-ho and decides to go full psycho. Santa's Sleigh kicks off a holiday dinner massacre and only gets crazier from there. It's like someone crossed a Hallmark Christmas special with WWE SmackDown. Then, spike the eggnog with pure chaos. You'll never look at Santa the same way again, and you might even start leaving him something stronger than milk and cookies. 8. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, 1978. Next up, we have a film that's just as ridiculous as it sounds. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes is the kind of movie that asks, what if your salad could fight back? The plot is simple. Tomatoes turn into vicious, bloodthirsty killers, and it's up to a ragtag group of humans to stop them. The special effects are as juicy as the tomatoes themselves, by which I mean completely squashed. The film's humor is so over the top you'll either be laughing uncontrollably or questioning why you ever thought vegetables were harmless. Either way, you'll never look at ketchup the same way again. 7. Zombeavers, 2014. Zombies, scary. Beavers, cute, right? Combine the two, and you get Zombeavers, a movie that gnaws away at your sense of reason until you're left with nothing but laughs. This film is what happens when someone watches Jaws and says, yeah, but what if the threat was like smaller and furrier? The Zombeavers are out for blood, and you'll be out of popcorn because this one's a riot. The beavers might be undead, but the comedy is very much alive, and it's sharp enough to take down a tree or a few brain cells. 6. Jack Frost, 1997. No, not the heartwarming Michael Keaton snowman flick. The other Jack Frost, where the snowman's more likely to stab you with an icicle than sing you a Christmas carol. It's the story of a serial killer who gets turned into a snowman via freak accident with some experimental chemicals. Because why not? What follows is a winter wonderland of ridiculous one-liners, cheesy special effects, and enough puns to make even the coldest heart melt, or at least chuckle. Just remember, kids, don't eat yellow snow, especially if it talks back. 5. Troll 2, 1990. Widely regarded as one of the worst films ever made. Troll 2 is so bad it's legendary. The movie has zero trolls and is a complete mess, but that's exactly what makes it hilarious. This cinematic train wreck is like watching a car crash in slow motion. You can't look away. The plot? Goblins, not trolls, that turn people into plants so they can eat them. The acting? Let's just say the trees outside my window have more charisma. It's a film that defies logic, coherence, and good taste, but you'll laugh so hard you won't even care. 4. The Toxic Avenger, 1984. When you think of superheroes, a mop-wielding mutant probably isn't the first thing that comes to mind. Enter The Toxic Avenger, a movie where the hero is a janitor who gets dumped in toxic waste and comes ready to clean up the streets. Literally, this film is a trashy delight, filled with over-the-top violence, ridiculous villains, and a hero who's as likely to kiss the girl as he is to accidentally crush her hand. It's a cult classic that's gross, goofy, and absolutely glorious in its own grotesque way. 3. Leprechaun, 1993. Before Jennifer Aniston was Friends famous, she was running from a killer leprechaun with a serious attitude problem. Leprechaun takes the whole pot of gold thing to homicidal new heights, with Warwick Davis giving a performance so committed you'll almost forget how absurd the whole premise is. This movie is packed with so much shamrock-themed carnage that you'll be convinced that Irish folklore was invented just to scare the pants off you, or at least make you laugh them off. Remember, it's not bad luck to mess with a leprechaun's gold. It's also a recipe for hilarity. 2. Basket Case, 1982. Nothing says family drama like a guy carrying around his deformed, homicidal twin in a wicker basket. Basket Case is the story of a man and his less than friendly conjoined twin, who's been surgically separated and now lives in a basket. What could go wrong? This movie is so bizarre it transcends horror and lands squarely in the WTF am I watching category. The effects are low budget. The acting is questionable, but the entertainment value is off the charts. It's a film that makes you laugh, cringe, and reconsider your next picnic basket purchase. 1. Killer Klowns from Outer Space, 1988. Topping our list is a movie that proves clowns are scary. But clown-shaped aliens are downright hysterical. Killer Klowns from Outer Space is exactly what it sounds like. Alien clouds invade Earth, turning people into cotton candy cocoons. The costumes are ridiculously creepy. The deaths are ludicrously funny. And the whole movie feels like a fever dream you had after eating too much candy. It's campy, it's colorful, and it's got more clown-related puns than you can shake a balloon animal at. If you got a fear of clowns, this movie will either cure you or send you running for the hills, while laughing all the way. And there you have it, folks. The top 10 horror movies that'll have you laughing in the face of danger, or at least chuckling at the sheer ridiculousness. If you enjoyed this trip down horror comedy lane, hit the subscribe button and let me know in the comments which movie made you laugh the most. Or, if you've got a horror flick that's more funny than freaky, drop it below. Until next time, keep laughing, keep screaming, and remember, never trust a tomato.